Welcome to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. Join us in our campaign and shenanigans as we explore the subterranean labyrinths, plunder hordes of treasure, battle legendary monsters. This podcast will be following our gaming group and the adventures of these characters, as well as a few guests from time to time. Join us as we start a new campaign and our journey to experience the best, and maybe the worst, in the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and rpgpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Okay, so for everybody listening at home, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves. I'm Jim. I'm the storyteller / game master / dungeon master / guy who keeps talking.
I am Kelly. I play Bronwyn Envelspark, the dwarf cleric of the god Cord.
I am Zalaris. I'm also Natalia. I play Zalaris, the half-elf rogue pretending to be a bard. And yeah, apparently I'm the one who has to talk because
You're demo man.
we're not social. Not very. Well, that brings us to Wa. I'm Andy, and I am playing a tiefling fighter gladiator named Glory.
I'm Anea, and I'm playing Mikesy, and she's a druid rock gnome who's a tinkerer, and she's a conundrum, and don't just I don't know anymore.
You're awesome. Just say that.
And our mage is doing stuff for her.
Yes, she's for the Baron. She's handling things because,
Doing some research.
Magical research.
Yeah.
It's all about the magical research.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh! Look who rolls so much.
6.
And it just goes, and its legs stick out as your daggers in the back of its skull.
Take that, bitch!
Okay.
My turn now?
It is the bard.
Yes.
It is the bard's turn.
I have a question. Okay, so can I? She's
Yes,
small
you can
enough
shoot it.
that I can shoot it over her head.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
All right, let's hope I don't miss.
Yeah.
That would be terrible.
I got the dwarf right where I wanted her.
7
Oh,
plus what? Plus 5 is
12.
12. How do you have such a high bonus?
Because her dex is so
She
high.
worked on it.
Oh.
She's got
She's a
ridiculously
really high
dex.
dex because she's actually a rogue.
And don't forget the proficiency bonus.
I don't know about that, so you'll have to. That might be.
So what are you rolling for attacking with your weapon right now?
Just the D20 plus my ability point.
Okay, you should also have +2 to that for your proficiency.
Yeah.
For any weapon you're trained in, and as a fighter, you're trained in all of them.
Okay. Well, that
Okay,
makes a big
so
difference.
that's 12.
Yes.
12 will hit.
Yes.
Okay, so now see how much damage.
As the dwarf's going like this with the hammer in the small opening.
Hold it. Or the dagger or the...
With the bow.
You did the bow. You did the...
What am I doing?
I'm like, you're
know.
not the wrong thing.
Sorry. 2 plus 3 is 5.
5 points damage.
Yep.
As you go with your arrow, and you just see Kobold corpse go bobbing out the other side of the rocks. Boop. And you hear, ah!
Was that his death knell?
That was his death cry.
Alright. I would like to retrieve my dagger, please.
You walk up and sauntily over there and out of this small
And
little
loot the bodies.
Wipe it off
horrible little kobold.
on the dirty kobold.
And 5th edition version of kobold in case everyone else kind of saw what they look like.
They actually look kind of cool.
Yeah, they actually look like mini dragonborn. They've gotten so much cooler than they used to be.
Well, they used to be
I'm-
originally rat-like creatures.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I will collect my arrows.
Okay.
It used to be blue.
Well, the kobolds in this one can be any color of a dragon.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of them, like, they
in culture-wise, dragons like to enslave them. Like the red dragon will like have a bunch of red ones,
Right.
green blood breeds, but they come in all different colors.
Okay.
And they reproduce like rodents. So.
But old school D&D, they were more like rat-like creatures.
Yeah.
Like if you ever played World of Warcraft.
The rats with the light, they got little candles on their heads. Because literally, the original one, it was the Scandinavian kobolds, which are rodent-like guys crawling through the earth.
Yeah.
Okay. Then D&D took them in a different direction.
So what they got on them?
Oh, what they got on them? So who's going to be like looting their loinskins?
Well, I'm looting the ones that I'm pulling the arrows out of their heads. So.
Okay. So in total, you're going to be getting 32 silver pieces. Obviously,
for the group or
this
for
is
It's for the group.
this is
Okay.
total.
okay.
Obviously, not of kobold manufacture. It looks like it's coin of the land. So
Silver pieces.
32 silver pieces. So obviously, these guys have
That's
gotten
it?
some loot from the area. I like how
Okay.
she says that's it.
So
She looks like a true rogue.
So we each get 8.
Okay. No, but I'm like seeing is there's more. Is there more?
And there's about 6 bird skulls. Not that you would use them for much, but kobolds might like them.
She might like them.
Creepy devices with skeletons in them.
Fruits people up, sure.
So 32 silver pieces, 6 bird skulls.
And a little scrimshaw sculpture of a dragon that doesn't look quite dragony. It looks more like, wingless lizard kind of thing.
What did they description on?
It was made of some kind of bone.
Okay.
If you'd like to do a nature roll, I could probably tell someone.
Okay. 16.
That's not bad. It looks like a really old piece of humanoid bone.
Oh, bastards.
Looks like the very top of the femur that was shaped and carved, but it looks like a very, very, very old bone. But the artwork, it's not total garbage. Sorry, just checking pattern. Okay, so you guys are going to continue on down the hole, which you now notice. It's got a little barricade of rock, and the path gets very
I'm gonna
small.
do my
What did you roll that 3 for?
just looking around for the engineering,
Oh, it's engineering for the dwarf.
a second.
It basically looks like on the inside of it that this was once something that's more complex, but it looks like landslide or mudslide has changed the topography here. So you had 7? So, by the way, for the record, while the bard was, getting arrows and looting, the dwarf was looking further into the architecture and realizing that something was caused this dwarven architecture to go to pot so quickly. Yeah,
There's obviously no dwarves keeping it up.
because apparently every place is on the shoulders of dwarves, or at least their craftsmanship. So you guys take basically a short rest, coop, anything that you can do on a short rest, you can get back.
I can't get that one spell back, but
Later on, there's abilities that with a short rest, just a 5-minute short rest, you get back. Okay.
I don't have access to any of those yet.
Yep.
There's I do have one thing that I have
we just
access
moved
to
the
now, but
thing a little this way as
Well, we
opposed to
could.
keep.
I didn't
Or
use it,
move
and
it
it
this
is
way.
longer.
We can move it this way. Well, we're almost done with this map. Ominous moment.
Jesus.
Dun, dun,
Oh.
dun.
So are you guys breaking down to what seems to be the natural order that you guys are breaking into as your marching order?
I guess.
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, meta. I'd rather have the thief in front, but
Is not good at perception.
You
so
mean
no.
the bard. Everyone
Bard.
knows there's a
Bard.
bard.
oh, that's right, the
The-
bard.
Yeah, she's a bard.
You don't know she's a thief yet.
We don't know. She's
Will Melina shaking the spear? There should be a female bard named that. Will Melina shaking the spear.
Well,
Okay.
I am totally fine with being front. Just understand that I don't check for traps.
Okay.
Any of that
Well,
stuff.
I'm not good at checking for traps.
I will go forward carefully. And,
I'll go first.
And
I mean, I have engineering, so to speak.
there you go. If you want to go first, that's cool.
Okay.
I mean, I get a slight advantage to.
Yeah, you all have dark
Checking
vision,
for,
so
you
the
know, my
darkness, the looming darkness ahead does not bother you whatsoever.
I got it. You're more familiar with the dwarven masonry in this area, so you should
Yeah.
go first.
And
Yeah.
you can move faster than I can. You can go farther.
That's true, in case you needed to climb over you. Okay, so you guys are going through this spot where it's really tight fit, and you have to go careful, single, except for the halfling who's going, guys, what are you talking about? It's a tight fit. It's perfectly fine.
It's
I
like
have so much
it's like
space.
almost a foot and a half wide here. I
Are
mean,
you a halfling or
Yeah.
a half-man?
She's
I
a
know.
rock
A rock, so I want
A
the
rock
tiny
gnome.
little
Gnomes
rock.
are actually even smaller than half.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, there's a bunch of space. What are you talking about?
Okay, so dwarf, go ahead and give me a perception roll there since you're in the lead. That's a solid 2 there.
It's
It
on the
actually
little crack,
rolled and then
though.
it went that way.
Let's not roll on this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Technically, that little crack isn't there, but
No,
this is
it
perfect.
went
No,
like that. And
what
then
you
like
rolled
that.
is perfect. And she's, looking at the masonry, and all of a sudden
Gee, I got a whopping 6.
she's pointing out the dwarven masonry. Should be strong enough to hold 10 men. For every brick, and she's talking about how great it is. And just then, you all feel a rumble. And you see up ahead here with this little lip here, you can see there's where it looks like some of the bricks are just falling in. And there's ropes and little rope ladders. Definitely rope ladders made for something small. Looks like it might not even hold a full-size person's weight.
So much for us using that.
And-
yeah, but we have our own.
And just as the dwarf steps forward, everybody
Yay!
give me a dex save as the floor cobblestones start disintegrating under your feet.
I got a 5.
Oh, fucking duck.
18 plus 3, 21.
10 plus
What's your dex?
It's just the roll
11?
plus dex.
Yep.
Right? So, 8.
5.
Kind of makes sense. The 2 in the front
I
go down.
fall like a rock.
Are we?
So you two give me a roll on a d6.
On a D6.
On a d6. As
Roll
all
a
of a
D6.
sudden,
1.
Roll a d6.
A 1?
Oh.
As the floor underneath you is disintegrating.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 5.
And you rolled
I
a
rolled
5.
21.
No, this is the d6 we're
Smooth
rolling.
criminal.
So I take it that.
You're what?
I am a
Right.
smooth criminal.
You're
I
what?
got
I
a
use a
11.
point.
Well, there will be some damage. As all of a sudden the floor gives way, and you take 1 point of damage. And you take 1 point of damage. The worst part is, as you guys go tumbling first, because obviously the bard is very fleet of foot and light stepping, the two of you are not, chunks of the ceiling that you raced to the floor land on top of you.
Ow.
So it's not hurting you additionally, but it is pinning you that you're going to need to do a strength check
strength check.
yourself or someone to try to do one to pull you out
I'll just stand
on
up.
your turn.
That will not be me.
And as the dust is settling, these two come nimbly, our bard and our gnome are just nimbly just falling down safely to a nice
I like
pit.
bounce, 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 bounce.
And all of a sudden, since you all have dark vision, you're in a very dark place with the dim light of the cave up above. But the worst part is, as the dwarf, and I'll give the dwarf this one because of dwarven dungeoneering, as you stepped, you noticed that all the metal reinforcements of these bricks were destroyed. No, they're destroyed. Like something rotted them out from the inside.
Oh god, there's a rust monster.
Sort of like that. The metal seems to be dissolved. But all of a sudden, as you all land, and especially the poor pinned teammates, they all of a sudden hear a horrible rush of water sound. What are the odds?
Damn, we're gonna die.
And you hear a slurping sound,
That's no good.
like gelatinous slurp.
Oh,
But
that's no good.
No, it's not what you think it is. I love how Kelly immediately gives me the thing of, no, gelatinous cube. As all of a sudden, now the two that fell control, where would you like to land in these spots? By the way?
I'm good with that.
I should probably ask you this
Not on
before I
me.
put a dice on the map to demonstrate whatever.
As far away from whatever.
Well, it's got to be one of these 6.
One of the, like,
Yeah.
can it be here?
No, it's got to be
It has
one
to be
of
here?
those. Yeah.
Then there.
You're on top of the
I-
wreckage, which is okay.
Now I'm totally okay with that.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
No.
It's not fair.
Okay, she ran.
Okay.
She jumped over
I
people.
bravely run away, I bravely run away.
She jumped over someone to get there.
Not necessarily, we were falling down. I just chose my landing spot.
You jumped.
Okay. What was the D6 for?
To see what square you landed in. And then my D6 will see how much damage you took. Because you're randomly pinned down there. So as the dust settles, and you guys realize, what the fuck? And all of a sudden the dwarf's going, I told you this was not dwarven manufacture. Keep cover for your race. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative. As, your eyes...
Natural 20! Wasted on initiative!
There's no such thing as a waste.
So you do 15 plus your dex?
Uh-huh.
So 21.
So 17.
14.
So mine would be 22.
Oh, 22?
17.
17. Wow, y'all rolled really damn good. Really damn good. Okay, so Animal Spark, you're 22, you're first. All of a sudden you realize that something that does damage to metal has rotted out this floor. And it was probably only by the grace of the dwarven manufacturing and the light weight of these kobolds that they were able to walk on the floor at all. Probably only your light-footed dwarven druid friend here could have been the only other one in the group to walk across without collapsing. Something sabotaged this floor.
Okay, but I have to roll to get the rubble off of me, right?
Would you like, for your action, would you like to get out of the rubble?
Yes.
Okay, strength check. Give me a 15 or better.
I've got a 12. Oh, no, wait a minute.
What's your athletics?
Athletics is 15, or 5, so it's 15.
So, dwarf knocks the little brick off and gets on her feet, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
And you do have the rest of your movement, half of your movement still, if you like to move it. See where that dice is?
Yeah.
You see this little diagonal thing here is underground water.
Okay.
Comes seeping out of the rocks there, goes this way, and then goes down a little hole.
Okay.
But where that dice is, you see something gray, and because of course with dark vision, your color is kind of icky. Very ooze-like. Yes, you see an ooze. And by the way, for the record, you kind of sense that there's something underneath the rocks that you're laying on that you're getting up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over here.
You're gonna go over there?
I'm in chainmail. Hell yeah.
Okay. So, Bard.
Yes.
You also sense that where the cleric just stepped away from, there's this like...
Well, I'm also on top of rocks, so
Yeah.
Do.
Okay.
But you actually still have an action.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
You could, attack the ooze.
Will she? Wait a minute. So it's
Yeah.
do I have a straight
Yes,
shot?
You do have a shot on
Okay,
that.
then I want to try and shoot it with an arrow and see what happens.
Okay.
So I roll this.
Oh, piercing works on a natural 20.
Wow. Okay, go ahead and roll for damage.
T6 plus.
Okay, now you roll another 6-sided.
Okay.
Because it's a natural 20.
Yeah, done with that one. So
No, you get both.
Oh, I get both.
You add them together plus
Yeah.
your bonus.
Plus my bonus. So
Yeah.
5.
Don't
plus
short yourself. It's an extra 20.
3. So
Okay.
you got 8 points of damage.
You fire your arrow into the gray ooze. By the way, it looks just like that's all the color of bricks and masonry.
Okay.
And you fire your arrow into it, and that's piercing damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that actually goes in there and does some damage to it, kind of like undulates when you hit it. But you do know as your arrow kind of like floating through it, because it is very liquidy,
Yeah.
the metal arrowhead starts dissolving.
Shit.
Well, crap.
And then at that very moment, some of your teammates may be looking at their metal weapons and thinking,
Fuck.
And
I
you-
know.
okay, Glory.
So there's rock on top of me.
There's rock on top of you.
Alright, so I will do a strength check to get up.
Go for athletics.
Especially
Yep, I
since
have
you want to be on the
athletics.
ground.
Yeah.
Wait, I can add 11.
11? Ooh, unfortunately, you start you're knocking bricks off, but it's not enough to get you out of the rubble.
Okay.
Apparently, you must be to the waist in rubble. Maybe you can call out to a teammate to pull you free.
I don't know if I'm strong enough for that.
Hey, you never know. A good roll could come up.
Okay. That's not happening.
What's your strength?
No, well,
It's your first
0.
So you
So,
have no bonuses, but it doesn't mean you can't help go around.
you could roll a higher than 15 on the dice. You never
Let's
know.
go.
Yeah, if you roll a 15 or higher.
A little rock gnome lifting rocks off the wall.
What's your athletics? 0, right?
+2.
So you'd get +2 to your roll.
There's a problem though.
What's your problem?
Nature.
Why is that a
You
problem?
could still strengthen. You could try.
Uh,
Or you can roll a nature on these things and I can tell you what they are.
I don't care. Do what
okay,
you need to
nature.
do.
Sure.
Okay?
Sorry, it's character.
Hey,
No,
it
no,
makes
it's-
This could actually really help you guys out.
Ah.
Inspiration, so you roll this. Knowing your
Something tells
enemy is an
me-
important thing.
Do we have any flame or?
No, that was Judy. Probably.
Yeah, sure.
What am I doing?
So roll d20, and you want to go ahead and take
Because I'm thinking that
Better than
bashing
two.
is probably going to do
Which
better damage.
roll
But
2d20, and you get the higher of the two
hammer
rolls.
because it's metal.
I was gonna throw rocks at it.
I was going to take the.
Nineteen.
See, I was going to I know what I'm going to do.
I was like, I got a
big
thing
on my shoulder.
Rubble.
Hey, you're throwing a rock does damage.
23.
Yeah, well, I was
Here
thinking.
you go. You may read the Great Ooze.
To myself.
You can share it with your friends, but you probably want to take a second to read it to yourself. Basically get an idea of, is it resistant to anything? Is it vulnerable to anything? Or you can just read the description of it.
Jim, can you tell me what's in a burglar's pack?
Sure.
I'm thinking about setting something on fire, but I want to see if I can.
Hey, fire always works.
I
Fire.
am
Wait a second.
I'm just thinking about this. So.
There's, I don't think you want to use fire.
Okay. Well, yeah. Share the
There's-
information. And
Why?
then
Well,
figure
we'll
out.
give her a second to read because what I'm going to do is tell you what's in a burglar's pack, then I'm going to run to the restroom and let her tell you guys. And then I'll listen again later on the recording to see what she says. Too far. Too far.
That's fire.
Because when in doubt, try to kill the fire. And while we're taking a moment, go ahead and roll a d100 so we can find out what your trinket is. Kelly was pointing that out to me earlier and I forgot. Burglar's Kit.
89.
89. The Burglar's Kit is like 2 pages away from that. 89 is a vial of dragon's blood. Would you like that, or would you like to see what else you roll? You can try again if you'd like.
I don't know what the hell I would do with that.
Maybe.
That's the point of the trinkets, but you never know. Sometimes
Yeah, trinkets
it's-
are not really useful. There's something that's
Oh,
just
they can
interesting.
be useful.
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
depending on how you play your things. So you can try rolling again.
Just
You don't
roll
lose a
again, you don't
chance.
see, just to see what you get.
100.
Oh my God, she got a natural
A metal
100.
urn containing the ashes of a hero.
Ew.
Maybe
Which would you prefer, the vial or the
the vial of vial or the
vial
urn
of
of
dragon
ash?
blood or the
Dead person.
the vial
Alright,
of dragon
dead person is one of my gladiator friends that died.
Oh,
In an uprising. There you go.
There you go. That's a good one because all you could save is some of his ashes. So the burglar's kit includes a bag of 1,000 ball bearings, 10 feet of string, a bell, 5
Wait,
candles.
you're right.
Oh, sorry.
String. Wait.
A
Bag of 1,000 ball bearings.
10 feet of string, a
Okay.
bell,
Bell.
5 candles,
5 candles.
a crowbar,
Crowbar.
a hammer,
Hammer.
10 pitons. It's like climbing spikes.
Okay.
And also can be used, by the way, to nail doors shut. Use
Oh.
like a doorstop. That's just one of those added character things that you can use to do that too.
Okay.
Make someone have to break the door down as opposed to open it.
Okay.
A hooded lantern, which is good because it only lights up what you want it to light up. 2 flasks of oil, which answers the question you're looking for.
Do I have
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
If not, I do.
yeah.
I will after
Tinder
5 day
box.
rations comes a tinderbox.
Okay, tinderbox.
The primitive lighter.
All packs come with a tinderbox.
Yep. And a water skin. And it also has 50 foot of hemp rope strapped to the side of it. Because it's practically a repeller's kit. And
Okay.
she's making faces, which means she tells you what a great ooze is. By the way, if you want, you can quote that's twice as tough as most people.
What the hell does that mean?
Well, the hit point number.
That means
Oh.
it's probably got a hell of a lot of hit points.
God, that's a lot of hit.
Okay, so what exactly is this thing?
Well, it corrodes metal.
Okay.
Yeah, figured that one out.
It can move around into about an inch of tiny spaces without squishing itself.
We gotta burn this sucker.
Resistance to acid, cold, and fire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, how about bashing?
Well, it says damage resistance. I don't know. It says condition immunities: blinded, charmed, deafened, exhaustion, frightened, and prone.
So it can't be prone.
So it has no
It
weaknesses.
has a blind spot 60 feet away from itself.
Yeah, well there's no way we're gonna get 60 feet away from this room.
Passive perception 8.
So it's not a very observant.
Yeah, basically just oozes.
Okay, well that means that bashing and piercing damage do regular amounts. So your arrow did full damage. That's good. Usually with oozes it doesn't, but of course you'll never get that arrow back.
No, there's
Um,
it has false appearance. Well, the
because
ooze.
it pretends to look like mortar.
Yeah, while the ooze remains motionless, it is indistinguishable from an oily pool or wet rock. That's all it got.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get my crossbow out.
Any non-magical metal, it will corrode very quickly.
Yeah, unfortunately we are too low a level to have
Chain
magical.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't want it anywhere near my armor.
No. After dealing damage, the weapon takes permanent.
So how terrified has she made you? Oh my god, that's good.
Well, so apparently it takes full damage from piercing and bashing.
That's an important thing to know.
Yeah.
And you're stressing that.
So we just, I vote
What?
for
It
just
doesn't have a
running.
language.
We gotta whittle it down.
We need to.
It speaks.
What's its speed?
10 feet. And
Ah,
you
ah, ah.
climb 10 feet. So it says speed 10 feet.
Would you
climb
would
10
explain how it ate out the
So it can
underside
only
of
do
the...
two squares. So I have, so like,
Compared to
this
our
is the
5 to
path
6.
behind us, correct?
Yes, that is
Okay.
the path out.
All
We
right.
can just walk away
Just
from
waiting.
it.
Yeah. Well, after we drag our
Yeah.
tiefling friend out from the rocks, we're
Armor
going
class.
Very helpful.
to leave.
Armor class is 8, and the hit points is doubled. Is that what you
No. You can tell that that's double. Like your fighter has like half that many.
So
It's twice as strong as a normal man.
Oh,
so it's got
because-
like what, 24 hit points or something?
22.
I have 12
think.
hit
Okay,
points,
so-
so
It has 44.
Well, he said
double, so 22.
In that range.
24.
that's why I said.
So she can tell you that they're notoriously slow moving, notoriously easy to hit, but they can take some damage because they're not all.
So it only has 12 hit points left.
Did you tell them about the amorphous and the other thing?
Oh, that it can squeeze?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told them that, and the corroding metal
And there's
thing, and the false appearance.
Probably 2 of them at least.
It doesn't say anything about having a friend with it.
Oh.
No, that doesn't mean anything.
No, the monster manual no longer says how many travel and back.
Yeah, it didn't say it travels back.
Okay.
I
So,
don't know, I can't find
question.
it.
All right. So, okay.
And you gave me a book!
I know, but that is the information you can quickly ascertain and share with the group.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to move?
Yes.
Are you going to risk an attack of opportunity? Or...
With what? I have a wooden...
Well, if you just step back from it, it may lash out at you.
Right.
Or you can do what they call it as a disengage. Well, you can't because you did a skill. So you pretty much either stay there and risk getting hit on its turn, or retreat and risk.
Well, you have a staff.
I have a staff. I also have
It
a
won't eat
whippy
the
thing.
staff.
I also have a whippy thing.
Yeah, you're
That's
going
not
with
made
it.
out of
that.
metal.
That's organic.
So I can
So,
try to hit it with my staff.
yeah, whack it.
Or what's your other cantrip?
Guidance.
Guidance.
I have that one too.
That's a good one. Gives you bonuses to your actions because the gods guide you, or nature in this case.
So do I want it? I wanted to
How much
swag it.
damage does your staff do?
I don't know.
About that much.
+2.
No,
My
that's
thorn
not.
whip is +4.
No,
So
no,
she's
it's
better
gonna
off
say
using her spell. But the staff, I think, does what? Does it say
1D
1d8 or
Doesn't say
1d6?
anything.
It actually doesn't say anything.
No.
Okay, so your thorn whip is probably a better thing to use because you're twice as likely as hitting it.
Okay.
But remember, you used your action for your skill check, so now all you have left is movement to choose whether to move or not.
Quarterstaff does 1d6 bludgeoning. And then it says versatile, and then in parentheses, 1d8.
Yeah, if you use it as a two-hander, it's a 1d8.
So put 1d6 plus 2.
Your character has pink skin, right?
Nope.
Not what color is your
8?
skin?
I have
No,
ashy
1d6
skin
plus
that,
2.
like an ash gray
Plus
color
2,
that,
whatever you roll, then you get
yeah,
that
but
plus
it
2.
rises
Am I
up
using
and
myself?
it changes
So
color.
no.
That's
Okay.
what you
So
put.
it
Very-
goes,
What
it
is
goes
default? What is your
Your
default
whip
skin
gives
color?
you a better
It's
choice,
ashy
but you don't
purple.
get to use that
Ashy.
right now anyway.
So I just have to move.
And
your
you
hair,
either
you
move
said
or
was
just
teal?
stay put.
teal blue and
I'm
I have
gonna stay
silver color
put.
eyes
So
Okay.
it's not to get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
that have no pupil. It's like
Oh, that's
solid
what that.
Okay.
Yeah, attack of opportunity would be
I thought
it
you
gets to
meant I
hit you.
get to
No,
hit.
no, he would get to hit if you back off.
No, fuck off.
Oh,
Okay.
color your orange.
They're like bright.
Okay, so it's
So the idea
its
is
turn.
that I go from dark ashy gray and it's like my skin lightens and becomes more purple until
Okay.
I've got purple horns.
Okay.
And I probably shouldn't have closed the page from ooze. So I can flip that.
Silly.
I'm gonna check out my markers, see what I. Beautiful.
And because the fighter laughed loudest of all, it's going for, of course, the target that's going to be easy to attack. Because it's a jerk.
I'm prone, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
You're restrained, it's even better.
And you're covered in metal.
Yes, I am!
It's like lunch.
Feed me.
You know, on the plus side, it only talks about when people hit it with metal, not when it hits metal armor.
Interesting.
So, if your weapons keep. Did she tell you about the weapon thing?
No.
Corroding what?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
your stuff's not magical. It's
Yeah, it's-
probably gonna eat it.
And we're level 1. We don't have magic weapons.
Yep. It's funny that way. So, pseudopod. Oh my god!
Did you natural 20 me?
I natural
Yes.
20'd you.
Fuck me. I'm gonna die.
No, I still have a healing spell.
I
She
have
won't let
healing
you die.
word, too.
No, I can second wind it if I have to. That's good.
What are you looking
I'm looking for a d6. I'll re-roll this dice. That's a good roll. That's not bad at all. So, it really wasn't bad at all. 6 points of bludgeoning damage. You want to get that euro.
Shh. Don't worry, I'll just
And
die
8
first.
points of acidic damage.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Well, you're 0. You're not dead. You're
No, I
0.
meant negative.
No, it's
It's
0.
0.
Don't worry, I'll just spare the dying on you.
Ooh, that natural 20 did not go nicely. Okay, so all of a sudden
I'm
this thing.
currently at quote unquote negative 2.
Okay, well now it's just 0 because when you on the character sheets you have death saves. So on your turn you roll d20. If you get a 20, you come back to life at 1 hit point. If you get below a 10, you get 1 check on the failure. If you get 3 failures, you die. Unless somebody comes up and does medicine or something. And if you get 3 successes, you stabilize. So it means basically you've clotted. Your wounds are all clotted. But you just feel this pseudopod just like ooze into your armor and just burn your flesh. Like the hot sun in the gladiator days. Horrible flashback to your character's origin story. Okay. So, top of the initiative.
Me.
Yep, Anvil Spark.
Spare the dying. That means
Okay.
you're automatic, you're not going to die. And that means if I didn't do that, now my heal will actually heal you as opposed to just stabilizing.
So now you're stabilized. She
I'm not gonna
instantly
waste-
throws magic on you that you will not die.
Okay.
Now is that cantrip bonus action or
No, it's
a full
that's my
action? Okay, are you gonna move?
No.
No? Okay, you can move away. I mean,
No, because I need to heal. You know, I have to touch her to
okay.
cure her.
So Bard,
I'm gonna try and pull her out of the damn
You're-
rock.
Yay!
give me an athletics check. You could do it. This is a
Okay.
possible thing.
Okay. Let's see.
So she's stabilized me. I don't have any actions.
Yeah, basically you're out cold right now.
Okay.
But I can heal you the next time.
So 11.
So 11. So Bard is pulling on it. By the way, if anyone else tries to help this round while she's pulling, I'll give them advantage with the roll because someone's already helping.
Working together.
Okay, there we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, because unfortunately Glory's out cold right now.
that wouldn't have worked for my movement.
What?
I would say, hey, it's the movement helpful.
No, it's good. It's an
I
action
know.
using. So if you try an athletics roll to help pull her out, I'll give you advantage on it.
Okay.
Come on, Mikesy.
Okay. It's weird. 3.
No, you have advantage.
So you roll twice and get the better of the 2 rolls.
4. Plus the athletics, right?
Yeah.
No.
Not gonna happen.
6.
Are you gonna move? Because it looks like it's undulating in your direction. By the way.
Sure. Yeah.
So where are you gonna move?
How far can I move?
Well, what's your normal speed?
25?
25. The boxes with the squiggly lines in them, those are difficult terrain, so they count as 10 feet, not 5 feet, by the way, because you're scrambling over stuff.
So does that mean I'm at 10 now?
So that will be 5, because
Five.
it doesn't. So that would be 15, and then that's 20. So 25 right there.
Sure.
Okay. And when you did step away, it does get an attack of opportunity, but it's not going to roll a natural 20 this time. So that's a good roll.
What
At
I'm
least
gonna
in
do
your
is I'm
point
gonna
of
pull
view.
you out instead.
Will a 9 hit you?
I don't know.
What's your armor class?
12?
Nope, so 9 will not hit you.
Okay.
Okay, so, wow, this is a rough turn. Yeah. Okay, so, its turn is, it's going to move over here, no, this way. That way. It's chasing after you.
Dang
You're
it.
running away from it.
Right.
And it's getting on top of the other one that's climbing its way up. So they're like undulating together.
My turn?
Yes, back to the top of the
Okay,
order.
instead of doing the heal on her, I'm going to pull her out.
You're going to drag her?
Yep.
Give me a 15 or better, and then you can pull her along with you as you walk. If you want to take a few steps.
Yeah, because, someone saved my life on the battlefield this day, and I never leave a man behind.
Oh, no, well, you can't use the same thing you're getting it for.
Okay, so
It's got to be for
I've got a +5, so.
Uh-huh.
Natural 20!
Fuck yeah.
You reach down, and obviously it's because this is dwarven architecture here. You grab the fighter, and you flick her in the air, and she lands on your shoulder with a huff.
And then I back up.
And you can do your full movement if you like.
No, I still want to be able to fire on it, so I'm moving her over here.
Okay. So you have her conveniently resting on your shoulder in a way that's not impeding any of your actions.
Oh, okay, then
Well,
I
it
can.
still count as your
I
action
was
to
about
do.
to say.
But you're going to be able to do everything fine with no disadvantage.
Sure.
Because you're like, oh, this wee thing, she's so wiry. Okay.
Alright.
So, Bard.
I want to. Okay, so can I attack and then run away?
Yes,
Or run away
yes,
and
you can.
attack?
You can-
Okay.
You can run partial the way, attack, and finish running. By the
That's
way, in
what
5th
I'm-
edition, that's something you can do now is divide your movement.
I'd like. So about here, I should still be able to hit it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So
Flinging another arrow into it.
I miss.
You fire an arrow and it shatters into what you thought was the creature. Because, of course, this thing looks like
Yeah,
brick.
alright.
I mean, it's a perfectly natural thing for your arrow to shatter in this fine dwarven architecture.
So wait. Well, yeah, because I wouldn't have hit with an 8. So, anyways. and then
Okay,
continue
so,
my-
Mikesy, do you have any heal spells you could maybe
I
drop
can
on the
go
fighter?
30. Which one?
Yeah.
These are 5 each, right?
Yeah, those are 5 each.
So that was. I moved here, so that's
Mhm.
10, 15, 20. Be right there.
I will lead the way, hopefully not to an ambush.
No, I'm just stopping right there.
Why are you asking about heals?
Because on your turn you could heal her. Unless you think she's not among the strong and she deserves to die. That will get you inspiration.
Oh man.
But meat shield, dragons, meat shield.
Well, I'm trying trying to figure out a way to just stop it, but because I don't. The only metal thing I have is my
Scimitar? Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean I have this.
And you
Staff?
probably don't want to try to thorn whip it because that'll just bring it closer to you.
Yeah.
No,
So
there's
the
an
staff.
entangle thing.
There
The
is
staff
entangle.
gives you reach.
Can you entangle Jello? Basically?
Unfortunately, because he's got the ability to go through cracks and all, he won't be restrained like a normal creature would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your staff is your best bet.
Is there a list of deities?
At the back,
There is in the very back of the book,
but it's not very comprehensive.
and you can always ad hoc whatever you want. Like in our other group, we have a cleric of Nike
Okay.
because it's all about just do it.
Right.
So if you look in the area of 294, is the deities from Forgotten Realms, Greyhawk, Dragonlance,
Okay.
and then a couple real world deities.
I was wondering because I think my character likes to say
A
things
patron.
like Hera's balls or not, whatever.
Like,
Hera.
it's missing
My
eye.
Hera's big boobies.
My Thor's scrotum!
And Droste's tits is basically what popped in my head.
Okay, so what are you going to do? It's your turn then.
I mean, it's coming after me, right?
Well, it seems to be undulating in your general direction, but it doesn't seem to be doing it with malice, just more of a furr.
That's yours.
Oh.
But you do know the fighter could use a heal if you want to try to heal him.
Meat shield. Save our meat shield.
That and she gets to do something during the fight too. I'm just,
I mean,
just gonna throw that out.
give
there.
it. Sure.
What do you have that's a heal spell?
Healing word.
That's a very powerful healing spell.
Healing word gives you 1d4 plus whatever your spell modifier is.
Which is plus 2. So we use healing word on the fighter that's on the dwarf's shoulder.
I mean, I helped her. So.
1d4.
So go ahead and roll a 1d4. Roll really well. I like how she's quick to cover that up. It was probably a 4 too.
I don't know.
It
I
was a
didn't
3.
even grab it.
Ah,
So.
three's pretty good. That's
But I
like
didn't grab
like
it.
3/4 of the way up there.
4 plus 2.
So 6.
Points back.
So immediately the druid, how does when you say healing word and druidic, how does that work? You tell me.
I don't know what you mean.
Squeak, squeak, squeakity squeak.
So
Okay.
basically swear words at that point.
Okay. And all of a sudden the fighter, your eyes snap open and you're realizing you're being carried like a child by the dwarf. As you feel this like warm, rashy feel on your chest. And you see a slight blemish to your chainmail. It's not affected actually, but it just looks like it's been tarnished in one big pseudo-potty patch.
Do I actually get an action, or am I just waking
You're
up?
just waking up.
Yeah.
She's after you in initiative.
Your action is getting down off my shoulder.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be a freebie more or less. More of a freebie. And it's gonna go. It can only move there. But it will try to pseudopod the scimitar carrying halfling.
Yeah.
It wants that scimitar.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Sorry.
Which, by the way, now that you guys are getting down the path, you can notice there's a small trail of it looks like staffs that may or may not have had spear points on them, like laid out like breadcrumbs for this area, and little bits of what may or may not be rusted nails because they're not dissolved. Oh shit! That went from a 3 to a 19 like really fast.
It really wants that middle.
It really wants that
Yes.
metal.
Yeah, I know.
So at least it's not double damage.
Yeah. So from the pseudopod whipping out and hitting you, it's going to be 4 points of damage.
Yeah.
How many hit points do you have total? Okay, give me an answer, not a hand signal.
Well, actually, she's playing in character, aren't you? Her character doesn't talk much. She uses bird sounds and things.
Speak a little language.
I don't like that one.
It's the
And
hit
then
point
5
maximum,
more
right?
points from acid
Is that what I'm looking
damage.
for?
What's you got? What's the
10. It says 10.
So you just took 9 points of damage between the
You
two.
have 1 hit point left.
This is what happens when I heal people.
You might want to think. Remember, you know about the creature that it dissolves metal. You do know that if you fling.
Can I just throw the thing, please?
If you fling your sword on the other side of it, it may go for the food.
Yeah, this way. No, this way. I want it over here.
Well, you don't want to throw it too far because
You want it to be able to see it.
You want to chum the food. You don't want to fling it across the room.
Sure, I'll throw it.
Okay. So that'll be on your turn to toss it. But remember, that's why you look at the creature. It eats metal. That's its thing.
I have a plan.
You have a plan.
I have a plan.
I like the bars got this looking like.
All right.
I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, so Animal Spark. You have your compatriot. She's wiggling on top of you.
And I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow.
And you're going to shoot
my-
the ooze with the crossbow
Yes.
with advantage. Oh, that's almost a
Double sevens? Are you freaking kidding me? Is a 12 gonna hit?
an 8 would have hit.
Okay.
What's your damage?
Okay. Let's see here. 1d8 plus 2. 8 plus 2, 10 points damage.
Nice. She shoots it, and then huge swathing bits of it go splattering against the wall and start evaporating.
Okay.
But it's still kicking.
It's still kicking, but the bard
Well,
has
it's only got about 2 hit points left.
Still.
There's 2.
I have a question. So, about how many ball bearings can I fit in a handful?
about 10 ball bearings.
Okay.
Usually, like when you throw an attack, you're throwing 10 of them.
Because I'm gonna throw about a handful as far away from us, but with it, so shoot over here. Can I do
Okay.
that?
Go ahead and give me a throw roll. So it's d20 plus your dex to see how well you can chuck a handful of marbles.
Okay.
Now that's a close-sided.
Oh, sorry.
Don't shortchange yourself.
7 plus my dex was plus 3.
10.
So 10? Okay, whereabouts and up to here do you want to throw it?
Up to there.
So right there?
Because that's within its line of sight, basically. Well.
Yep. All of a sudden, a handful of ball bearings come flying over your guys' heads, skittering, and you hear the rolling as they all come. As
They make a
clump.
nice metallic noise.
Yes. Clink, 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 clink.
That's more of a tink, 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 tink.
Glory, what are you going to do? Somebody's throwing marbles.
I am going to use a bonus action,
Okay.
and use second wind to regain 1 plus 1d10 hit points,
Okay.
and then I can still move again, right?
That's a
Or
bonus
is that-
action? Yeah, you can do one bonus action, your move, and an action. So the bonus actions are really
So I
nice.
get 6
especially-
hit points back, so I'm back to full now.
Okay, so you're like, I got this. I just need to stretch out.
I
This
will
is
not
sketch.
fall now! I like to be
Okay.
dramatic. What do you love?
Should we stand you up now?
Yes, she's standing up next to her new best friend. I loosen those rocks.
So
You did hear the warning of the don't hit it with metal weapons.
oh yeah, I know that.
Throw a rock at it. A big one.
Okay, so if I were to grab the rock gnome and put her behind me,
With your strength, you
Throw the
can pick
rock.
up the rock gnome as
just
easy peasy.
easily,
Yeah.
because I'm trying to protect her. So, because she looks jacked up. So I can't do anything about that. So I'm gonna get her out
Especially
of the way.
since the pseudopod that hit you is like a wave of ooze to the gnome.
Yeah.
She's got
and-
this big ooze tongue lick.
Yeah, and I have to touch her in order to heal her. So.
Yeah. So I'm gonna grab her and put her behind me, which would put her next to the dwarf.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I'm assuming that's my full action.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a athletics check to just see if you can pull her away without getting her licked or something. I'm pretty sure you can.
12.
Yeah, 12's good enough. That you basically grab her really quick and go whoop over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to move?
Hopefully it'll be going the other way.
That's the hope. No.
No.
I'm gonna growl at them.
Who are you growling at? Us or
The oozes.
Oozes.
Okay.
The oozes that don't speak language, but I'm sure they understand grunts.
Right.
Everyone understands
Everything.
fight or grunt. Okay, Mikesy.
Well, hey, I mean, if they were even mildly intelligent, this is exactly what they saw. They went, cool, knocked me out, and then I rose up again, and now I'm like, fuck you! And I'm all mad, so.
Did our druid tell you how intelligent they are?
No. Oh. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
It's an
know.
intel.
I mean, it's an ooze. I can imagine
It's
it's
a
not gonna
very,
be
very
intelligent,
natural,
but-
just based creature. But Mikesy,
Hi.
you just got licked by this big, swathing, gray, acidic tongue. You feel like you've got pink, sunburned skin everywhere.
Owie.
You've just been picked up by the very large fighter. It's just you were just a small, as people wondered, you could have been thrown like a rock onto the ooze. Like you both freaked out at first about.
I'm
What are
gonna
you
throw the
going
rock
to
down.
do?
I'm like,
What do you want to do? It's your turn.
Why would I do that?
I had an iron ball.
They were still thinking that whole throw a rock at it thing. I think.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm gonna pick you up and move you so that you don't get hurt again.
She likes her friends.
I had an iron bowl throwing Sarah moment. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, yeah, understandable.
So what are you going to do? You can't just take off.
I mean, I only have 1 hit point left.
Yeah, if you go away from me, I can't heal you.
Yeah, so I can't really. Is there any rocks near me?
Like to throw at it?
Oh my god, don't agitate it. I want it to go away. And
Well, I mean, the thing is,
It's
the
only
only
got, like,
metal
2
thing
hit
I
points.
have is
gone.
I mean,
No,
She
that's
didn't
right.
throw it.
if you're feeling cocky, you could always do the horn whip. 1d6 damage. It either pulls it right
Just
next
toss one of the spears at it that's got no metal tip on it.
the staff.
No,
What is
because
it, like
remember
a-
you said there were a bunch
Use
of
it
them on
like
the
a
ground.
javelin?
Yeah,
Yeah, just throw one at it.
pick
Is
it up.
that okay though?
Yes.
Give it a shot. It's going to be a dex bonus of +1. You're proficient, so it's plus. So you're +3 to whatever you roll. So you're grabbing one of these gnarled sticks and using it like a wooden spear.
Every little bit counts.
Yeah. Spear does 1d6. You never know. You may kill this thing.
I'm using a 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, d20. +3.
11.
11?
Hits it, though, because it's
11
an 8.
hits it because you need an 8 or better.
Okay, so
yeah.
roll a 1d6.
So roll 1d6 and +1.
6 points. It's dead.
The rock gnome picks up one of those spears I told you were on the ground, and she takes aim, throws it, and hits dead center, and the thing like quivers, and then
Wasn't there 2 of them though?
Yeah, but it's still
there
working its way out.
was. But see, now that it's their turn, you see that where those ball bearings were, underneath the rocks, starts oozing and reassembling another one that's going after those ball bearings.
Okay.
Run!
I would take this point. Let's get the fuck
Okay.
out.
I say we kill it. No, listen. Okay, because we're gonna need to camp, and I don't want that thing crawling up my ass while I'm trying to sleep.
Well, it does look like the kobolds goaded it to stay here. They just didn't realize it would eat
Yeah,
the
well,
seed.
how often do they feed it?
As often as they try to get past it.
It can smell our chainmail, I'm sure.
Okay.
She and I are covered in metal.
Okay.
Every
Okay.
bit of us.
So, Emma Spark, it is the top of the order. What are you going to do?
Well, hey, just don't get close. I'll heal you in a sec, but I'm gonna attack it.
So it's
With
using
my,
right there.
Crossbow. Because I'm not afraid of anything. I will stare down a friggin' hell out.
We learned from last time.
Yes.
We did.
What
I
I'm
may
trying
miss,
to do.
but I'm gonna do it.
I'm trying to be my character.
Yep.
So is she.
Do I need to throw an inspiration at you?
Yeah.
Remember, just
I mean, come on. I
tap
said
your
we did
sh-
and growled at it.
sorry, I missed that. It's just like tap your
Yeah.
sheet.
Like,
I still have to
can
write down yours
stare
with yours.
down.
Well, roll your dice. We're running out of time here.
Oh. I can't use
You
my
got
same
20
one.
minutes.
Okay, 8 plus
you know
4,
you only need
12.
8, so you hit.
Okay, so 8-sided die. Okay, 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage off this one. As all of a sudden it quivers and you see that crossbow bolt kind of undulate through it and get spit out as just a wooden thing at the end with gnarled, melted feathers.
Okay.
Okay?
My
Our
turn.
bard. Are you going to use some bard magic on it?
I'm not that kind of bard. I just play music, damn it. Anyways,
Shoot
I'm
it.
gonna shoot yeah, with an aiming device. Anyways, I'm gonna use what? I'm gonna freaking shoot it.
Okay. You like
Well,
this
what?
one?
Has it eaten already? All the
No, it's just now getting to them.
Okay.
It moves very
Every
slowly.
once in a while, I'm going to throw
And I
more.
just gave it an amuse bouche.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot it with my short bow again. Yeah, I hit it.
Okay. It's nice when you're fighting something that's so fast moving.
So yeah, 8.
8. Okay. So Glory, there's
4 points of damage to it with a crossbow bolt.
tweak. Okay.
All right.
Hi.
Let
I
me
just
see.
did that fast.
Just throw another
Yeah.
shot.
Sure.
You can put another
I like
stick
that.
and throw it at it.
And then
Oh, yeah, she
you got it.
got hits.
Now
1d6 plus 1.
5.
So 5 points of damage.
And once again, the druid shows you guys how to put these things down because, they are oozes, and she's not a big ooze fan because she doesn't consider them part of nature. They're not mildew. It dissolves the last of the ball bearings to the ground because it's a jerk to take them out.
I don't care.
All right.
Oh, you spinning a spell?
So that, okay. You get 6 points back.
Oh, you're healing the druid.
You get 6 health, HP back. I spent my spell on you.
Okay.
Yay.
And you do get the idea that you guys have made a lot of noise getting down here. As the last ooze dies, the dust from the whole roof collapse finally starts to settle down. There's water there if you'd like to clean your wounds.
I don't want to get anywhere near where they were because there might be more.
Okay, but just we need to rest because
I know we
I
can
need
rest,
spells
but I
back.
want to be near that
Yeah.
because there were 2. There could be 5 for all we know.
And she's a thinker, and paranoia is good when you're the thinker. Okay.
So we can rest. I'm just saying, let's not go rest anywhere near the direction where the gray things come out of the ground.
So we're in the Kobold.
Yes, this
slash
is
dragon
definitely
area.
natural cave. This is not the dwarven architecture up above.
So we're not in the same area. No, but we are. We're not that far away from the entrance.
Yeah, you're right
Or
below,
below
it.
it.
You
You
went
gotta
into
climb
the
back
cave
up.
and down. Before they had just little ladders they would climb
Okay,
up.
hold
to
on.
and
Using my
collapse
dwarven,
from. Architecture.
okay, so I got a 15.
Okay.
Do I think that we can safely climb back up and camp outside? Or
You do all have climbing equipment, so you could do an athletics to climb yourselves out if you want now. Yeah, that is something that
we
you
can
could
always
do.
pull up the others,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can find a nice little place out of the way.
I'd rather
to
not
rest.
be in their stronghold.
Okay,
trying
so
to
I'm going to
rest
do an
first.
athletics.
Especially since this is how they get in and out of here.
Yeah.
It's a high traffic area.
I'm going to do
You're
athletics.
You're gonna do a mighty dwarven athletics.
Okay, I got a 12.
Okay. You throw the grappling hook up. Feels like it's set. You guys gonna climb all up?
Well, we can pull them up after.
Well,
I rolled a 19 plus
Okay.
4 for athletics.
you're just like doing these one-arm climbs with your feet dangling, like, yeah, your feet are out like this. You're doing the gymnast thing where your feet are out at a perfect 90-degree angle to your chest.
No, she's doing Eclipse of Insanity with Andre the Giant with these 2 strapped that are, he's only one person, I'm the one person. She's got that carrying 2.
There you go.
All right.
Okay,
that
so you
works.
guys have climbed up.
Yeah.
Druid, give me a nature roll to find them a nice, safe place to do the best at.
We don't need to start a fire.
9.
9.
Can I assist?
No, I'm good with that roll.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
So about how far from this entrance are you guys going?
100 yards least minimum.
So out of the little crushed valley?
But maybe
Okay.
not so close to where there might be rocks with more darts shooting out of them.
Okay. You want to go ahead and give me a perception just in case?
Me?
Yeah.
Alright.
How about
Yeah, everybody
do
can.
that?
19
Oh,
plus
yeah.
4.
I just tripped and fell on my
Natural
face.
20.
Yeah, and I
Which is
got
awesome because I rolled a 1.
You guys see some signs of
us
where,
two.
where they're starting to build some traps, but they haven't finished yet. Basically, the easy traps were the ones on the pathway coming blatantly to the front door.
Yeah.
But you can see where they're setting like animal snares and things like that to try to catch some animals. But you manage to easily avoid all of them and stay away from their area. With your perception, though, what's your question?
Does anybody know how to make traps or set traps?
I have a trap.
She has a trap.
I don't know, like maybe redo the traps that we set off so they don't know that we set them off.
Survival could do that easy.
Yeah, I do not have survival.
I do.
Are you willing to go back and reset those traps?
Is there a reason we are doing that?
Yeah,
So that they don't know that
They don't
we're
know
here.
that we were here. I mean, it's going to be obvious that we
I
were
will
here
assist
to
her.
Sure.
To a sense,
Are you
but-
guys going to want to do anything with those dead cobalt bodies outside?
Yes.
Yes.
What are you going to do with them?
We can make it look like
I
they
could
were
bury
the
them.
ones off the traps.
Throw them in the hole so it looks like they were the ones who set the hole, and maybe if there are more things, they can come up and eat them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or maybe we just bury them so that nobody realizes that they're gone.
Yeah, I
That's
like
what
the
Burying would
idea
take
of.
love.
I like the idea of making it seem like they're the ones that set off
That
Oh,
are
okay.
okay.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys throw it in there. So you're going to go ahead and try to reset their traps?
With her.
With her?
With her.
Okay. Well, are you good with survival?
I have +2.
Okay, so who's going to do the assisting?
I will assist.
So give me your assist roll. Let her roll first.
Oh.
No, you got it. So what did you
12.
get? 12? So you have advantage.
14.
So you get to roll again.
You get to roll 6.
Because the reason why she had to roll first, because if she bungled it, you'd be rolling a disadvantage.
Oh.
Because she's helping. We've all had that
16.
friend. Okay, 16. You reset both the dart traps. You like as you take the dirt that hit the fire and put it back in there.
Tinkering is great.
Okay, so you guys camp out. Now I'm going to give you, since you guys rolled amazing perception checks, who's going to take the first watch of your camp?
I'll take it.
I did the natural 20. So me. I am hyper alert and freaked out.
Okay.
So I'm not sleeping.
Okay. So as everyone's, camping down, you guys are making a very small sequestered fire, and so it doesn't get seen from a distance, but gives you a little warmth.
We
No
don't
fire.
need one.
No
You
fire.
don't need one?
No
We
fire.
don't see in the dark.
No, it's to keep warm, you fools.
I have clothes.
I live
Okay,
in the ground.
Okay.
You didn't
We
see
can
it
I'm
was
a
winter.
mountain dwarf.
Okay.
We can
And
huddle.
you didn't see it was winter.
No,
So
no,
we're
it's
fine.
it's still summer, so it's
So we're good.
okay. So you guys are huddled around in a semi-defensive position where there's some felled trees, and as
But
you
for the
guys
bear skin on my back.
you
Good.
guys are getting some sleep, you're
There.
curled up. You're doing that whole in armor and weapons ready at sleep. All of a sudden, it says the bard is keeping watch. They're shifty, very perceptive half-elf eyes. You notice that there's movement in the underbrush. And you notice that an almost reptilian head pops its head.
Did we have enough time
Does
to
it
heal?
see us?
Well,
we
no,
don't.
you
Okay.
need to complete your heal. And all of a sudden, it doesn't see you, but it scampers up a tree. And all of a sudden, as it pops up through the bush, you see a pair of butterfly wings on this lizard's back.
It's a flying kobold.
No, butterfly wings on this reptile's back. Give me a nature roll
No,
or arcana.
I have neither, but I will give it a shot. I got a roll +1 nature. 9.
It looks like some kind of dragon with wings on its back, but it's about the size of a cat.
Part means like that.
And it's not a
If
weak
it's like a
kobold.
baby dragon with, if it, part like my inner me is like, it's so pretty.
It's a big
And
dragon.
then another part of me is like, I could use that in my birding and people would pay me money.
So what do you do while you're doing this on watch? You're pretending not to move, and you're looking at it. And you know how at night you have that weird hazy moment of, am I seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Am I really seeing this?
Uh-huh.
You're staring at it, and it seems to be oblivious to you as all of a sudden it like pounces on some little mammal on the tree
Uh-huh.
branch and eats it.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
Part of me wants to, but I don't want to kill it because I don't know what it is, and I could make money off of it. But I should probably shoot it because I don't know what it is, and it could eat us or do something terrible to us. So
You could always tap one of your teammates too that might be able to recognize it.
like a druid.
Like a druid.
I'm
Takes the druid away.
Like, yeah, I poke. Shh. What is that?
You do that? Give me a stealth roll for your quiet poke. Come on, it's your bread and butter,
I
Bard.
know it is my bread and butter, but I still Jesus Christ.
Bard.
I'm not 12.
12. It's eating.
It's
It
eating.
is a disadvantage because it's trying to move.
Shit, it did really well. It saw you.
All of a sudden, you get tapped on the shoulder, and what do you say to your druid compatriot?
I only point.
No, you.
It saw you. What is it? So now I'm making a perception check or something?
Yeah, you go ahead and make a nature or a arcana roll. You probably want to go with arcana.
Nature's more. Either or, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if it's nature, it's 22. If it's arcana, it's 20.
That's pretty good roll there.
I guess you know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Again,
Oh,
I know
you
what the
tell
creature
it's
is.
Genius. Oh, look, I can track its film. No, that would be a natural 20.
It is a fairy dragon.
What is a fairy dragon?
It's
Besides cute and adorable.
If I could get the book page for it, maybe.
So my whole maybe, like, I don't want to kill it because it's adorable. Because it's a fairy dragon.
I want to, I don't like killing things.
What, but...
So.
Okay, we're amongst dragon-like things that are trying to murder us.
I know, but I have an entangled thingy.
I know.
So
maybe you can catch it.
Well, you also know as a druid that fairy dragons are usually fun, playful little things that
We're not
like
I-
to do
That's
with
why I
bad
woke
things.
you up and didn't kill it.
okay.
They are very, very free-spirity type of little things. Pretty much just like in WoW with the blink
The
lizards.
little blink dragons.
Yeah.
I love those. They're so pretty.
I want to learn more.
You want to learn more.
It's
It's so pretty. I want one.
It's so pretty, I
It's
want
so
to
fluffy.
take it
I'm
away.
gonna die.
So, just as she wakes you up and you look over there at it, it turns around and makes eye contact with both of you. As you just see Squirrel Tail go down its gullet.
That could be bad though, because
No,
I don't
it's
know what it
being
could
cute.
do.
It's being cute. That's what it's doing.
No, I understand, but I don't know if it has mind mesmerizing powers.
We
goddammit.
will find out. Well,
With,
no.
with her nature roll, she thinks it could be a flying kobold.
True. One day we will find it.
So, what are you going to do?
Me,
Yeah.
personally, I want to just leave it alone. But
It saw us, so we don't know what's going to happen at this point.
I could just try to entangle it and just, like, catch it.
Or you could bribe it with food.
Do I have?
We all have food.
You all have food.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, what's the beef jerky?
You may want to read.
Let me see it.
fast.
Let me see.
Oh, that's not. Hold on.
What?
People.
Oh, she's getting all self-conscious here.
Guys.
Now I just want to look at it.
I just want to see
I'm
that.
like, what was the part that scared you?
Oh, it's pretty.
So pressure.
Oh.
I
That's
want one.
party.
Yeah, so
That's-
my first
I wanna
instinct
keep
of I
it.
want to keep it.
I want to keep it. Oh no.
So that,
Oh
that
no. Now she's jumping to the oh no's.
So cute.
Meanwhile, everyone else is just sleeping.
Yeah.
I want to keep it.
It's so
Okay, I pull
Well,
up food.
How about this? Look at its intelligence. What is its intelligence?
Hold on. I will find that somewhere.
Think of a smart dog is around
Somebody
7 or
speaks
8.
Draconic.
But see, the first thing with most creatures you want to look at is the intelligence. Because
Yeah,
that will tell you
I
whether
don't
it's
know
a
where that
sentient.
is.
It's on the very top of his stat block.
It'll be INT.
Oh,
Why is it? Why is it?
14 plus 2.
Oh, it's
That's
freaking
really
smart. It's
strong.
smarter than I am.
I
It's
want it.
It's not an it. It's
it
a
means
who.
it's a sentient. It has.
That means it's
you
a
can talk
who.
to it.
Oh, well, it also has telepathy, apparently.
Hence why I was a little worried about the whole it meeting us alright thing.
And it's looking right at you. As all of a sudden in your
You
mind.
can say, "Hey,
Huh.
You're getting
If
your...
you're still hungry, we've got some rations.
I will totally do that.
What are you going to do?
What she just said.
So you're going to try to make nice with it?
I pull out rations.
Okay.
Maybe it'll tell us what type of
Do
dragon we're
you
dealing with.
want to tell the bard that it's super friendly and we want to be its friend?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's a helpful thing to tell
Yes,
the
it
bard
is.
who's ready to shoot it at a moment's
Well, I was waffling, and now that I've seen it, I probably
I'm
wouldn't have
hyper as
shot it.
fuck. I want it.
Now that I know what it looks
notice. He
like.
said waffle.
Okay, so give it food.
Okay, I pull out foods.
Well, no, it's smarter than me.
It's
So
it's
you
people
can say,
intelligence.
I will still pull out food. Would
it's
you
like,
like some?
if you're still hungry, you can
No,
I
share
just speak
our-
Draconic.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm doing right
You
now.
can
If you want
But
food,
don't talk down to it. It's
No.
smarter than us.
I know. I know. what
And
I'm
it's
doing, guys.
telepathic too.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me a persuasion or charm.
I thought I was the one telling it.
I have both.
You want her to do it, she's better.
Fine.
You were doing the skill thing.
You're
of-
translating.
Okay.
Okay, so actually I'm a little shitty right now.
How about you both do it?
Yeah.
6 plus 5 is, I got 11.
11?
What am I doing?
It's indifferent with you, so 11 seems to. It's like.
So,
Okay, maybe you offered another little tidbit.
what am I doing?
Offering
Just-
it food.
No,
Just
what?
your persuasion. Or charm.
Bribing it with food.
Well, it ain't a squirrel. It's pretty smart. This might taste better.
17?
Yeah, and that's
I'm
without the
spoiled.
bonus.
It comes fluttering over to you and gently uses its tongue to take the food, and it sits down next to you.
I
And
got
it's
a
just,
friend.
it's looking cute, like almost like a raccoon just chewing on the,
I'm
the
just
hard
gonna sit
pack.
like this, like
It-
big eyes.
It's
Just like,
telepathic, so it goes. It knows that all you're thinking is it's so pretty and
Yeah.
so beautiful.
And you hear in your minds, both of you, it say, "Do you have any jam?"
Who has jam?
I
Well,
might.
you don't, unfortunately. You just have hardtack. It's rations.
And
Apparently, it knows what jam is.
I might be able to get you some.
Yeah, we can totally get you some.
I am Mixkagi. Who are you?
What?
I am Mixkagi. Who are you?
I'm Mixie.
Mikesy.
Oh,
Mixie.
yes.
And
Sorry,
all of
I
a
got
sudden, the
excited.
dwarf and the fighter
hold
are
it.
snoring.
Does our perception kick in?
No,
Listen to
everyone's
that.
being
Spell
super
that.
quiet.
Fairy dragon.
Fairy dragon.
Your team.
And the two.
Spell that for me.
We're just.
I'm totally-
F-A-E-R.
No. The name of a
Okay,
dragon.
spelling?
I need to spell the fairy dragon's name.
Yeah, please.
You ready to get
It's
up?
M-X-K-A-G-I. It's in dragon speak. It's spelled special.
Mixkagi.
Mixkagi.
I'm just gonna write M-I-X Kagi.
From Boston.
Did I really write
Actually,
my
it
name
would
like a
be
dragon?
Probably.
Oh, god damn it.
It
So-
seems to be.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
So we could probably give you a whole bunch of jam.
Yes. Oh,
I like jam. Of course, this is all telepathic. Oh,
But we have a problem because we can't leave to go get jam right now. Because there's some kobolds around and supposedly a gray dragon.
oh, lesser dragon folk. Very bothersome. Constantly chasing me.
Oh.
Aw, that's
Well, maybe if you could give us some information, because we would like to stop it from chasing anyone and eating anyone at this point in time. Because it's already run off with some people.
Okay, and as you start to say that, your new friend's gonna get up and start rummaging through the nearest backpack.
Who's
a 1.
And starts knocking things out, making noise, which
So-
wakes up the other two party members.
Hello.
You guys go with your weapons, and you see a fairy dragon dumping out a backpack.
who's backpack?
Let's find out.
Force that die.
That's what I'm looking for. What is that?
Should mark off who is who.
Ooh, the metal person.
Did you decide who's who?
Yours.
Mine?
Yours.
Oh well. I have sparkly ones in there because Oscar.
Is there something we can be helping you with?
Yes, I'd love a spot of jam. As you notice, two of your compatriots are sitting there all geeing over this thing.
I'm so happy.
Ooh, what was that roll?
I'm just seeing if I had jam.
No, you
I
don't.
was
I don't think any of us have
I
jam.
figured if I
Jam is-
rolled a natural 20,
Jam is not your usual adventurer fare to carry with you, which it probably should be. Uh-oh.
From now on, yes.
She just made another noise. What was that noise for?
You're gonna love it.
What?
Superior invisibility.
Oh, that'd be nice. All right. So, how about we make a deal? You help us try to get rid of this dragon, and when we get back, we will give you.
I'll make you.
We'll make and or give you.
All the jam you can eat.
I know, not all the jam you can eat because I don't
There's
know. how
plenty
much-
of jam in the mother's cupboard, that pantry that we were in with
That's
friends.
true.
I didn't break all the jars.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
We'll
if
get
she's still alive and we save her, she'd be
She'd
more
be
than
more than
happy to
willing
give
to
you
hug
all
you.
that jam.
Hook a fairy your dragon.
Yes.
So what is it you want me to do?
Well, you've been around here, and obviously you've had a run-in with these things, so maybe you could give us some information, first off, because we know next to nothing about this dragon.
We'll also make sure that they don't get you.
Yeah. So it's a mutual... This mutually benefits everyone here.
Well, first you see a male kobold and a female kobold get together. And then you have a clutch of kobold eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And then the younglings that don't eat each other grow bigger, and then they make another clutch of kobold eggs.
Okay, but we're more concerned with what they're trying to feed right now. Bigger dragon.
Oh, if they have a dragon, I don't want to mess with that.
Well,
I've
All
never
we
heard
have
of
is
a gray
information.
dragon.
what do you know about gray
Ooh.
dragons?
Go ahead and roll a survival, one of you, and it's at +5. Actually,
I
plus
asked the question.
10.
I asked the question.
That's
so
a very
18.
18.
+2 for so.
Oh, it's not a gray dragon that they worship down there. I've smelled it stink for weeks since it must have burrowed up from below.
What is it?
Burrowed up from the beneath the ground.
You humans are so simple when it comes to
Humans!
dragons.
I'm a dwarf.
It's fine.
No,
For now,
it's
it's
not.
fine.
You
For now.
all look alike to Arkai.
It's fine. It's cute. It's fine.
And he basically, for 4 more rations, will tell you about it.
We can each
We can
donate
each
one.
donate a ration.
Absolutely.
I will freaking take 2 if you'll stay with us.
I've smelled the stink of a cave dragon from the hole that the kobolds come from. They've been covered in its stink.
Okay. Cave dragon. Alright.
As I'll hand the book to Kelly, so she can tell you the tale that the dragon says, gather around the fire, and I'll tell you all about cave dragons.
Oh, I think that's our...
Yeah,
I think that's our wake-up
We
call.
will have
Okay.
to do this.
Alright, yeah, sorry about that. We'll take off now.
Sorry, guys.
And then when
And
we
that's a
return,
great place to
wrap it up
up.
there. And then when we get back, you can hear the story
Oh,
of
the
the
cave dragon.
Or would you like me to record it and post it
Whatever.
on the podcast?
You need to link me to the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Okay.
First...
Because then I do funny voices and everything on recording and edit. It's nice when you can edit your voice and actually change its octave a lot.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
Are you happy about the fairy
No,
dragon?
this thing are awesome.
What, cave dragon or fairy dragon?
It's a trickster.
The
Invisible trickster.
well, that's, yeah.
yeah.
He's gonna eat all the jam.
The colors of 8.
All of a sudden, for generations, jars of jam will go missing, and
want-
no one will know why.
I want.
Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And remember, be careful out there. There be dragons about.
Here in the force of Elandril, we elves defend the woods from beasts and men. I myself have helped drive off goblin raiders, slain a giant spider, and composed an elven symphony for the Blood Moon Harvest Festival, and that was before lunch. So when I'm not sliding down the trunk of a barbarian elephant beast after killing it and its occupants with only my dagger and a few arrows, I look forward to coming home to a dungeon crate. Dungeon Crate is a monthly subscription box service crafted specifically for RPG and tabletop gamers. Miniatures, dice, tokens, coins, maps, modules, terrain pieces, handmade items, RPG jewelry, and more are yours for only a few gold per month. You even get a digital crate along with a physical one as an added bonus. As an elf, I appreciate quality craftsmanship, and Dungeon Crate delivers, even if it's put together by humans.
Sir, sentries have discovered several dwarves and a wizard trespassing in our woods.
I was wondering what that smell was. DungeonCrate.com. Are you ready? Let the adventure begin.
Nature's
You're
your
a
shtick.
druid. That's
Of
your
all
bread
the
and
folks,
butter.
nature's your shtick.
That's your bread and butter.
Sleight of hand. How do I have a plus
The
one in
one
sleight of
race
hand?
that you will never see me using
Because you have
in
high
D&D
dex.
Ah, okay.
Dex.
is a Kinku. Because I think they're a horrible race, personally.
Weird bird creature.
Well, they used to be flying birds until they got cursed to lose their wings. Now, their big shtick is they mimic people like a parrot. And they usually will hide
Like
in
a
human...
mockingjay.
Yeah, and they will basically hide in human towns, but I'm like, how can this really get away with hiding in human towns?
I can't.
You've got a 2-foot beak that sticks out of your hooded head, you know. And of course, they're almost always chaotic neutral.
That's
And
what I
they
was
speak in
looking for.
Panama.
There it is. Chaotic neutral.
Yet they mimic people.
Yeah. They can mimic the sound of anything they hear. A Kinku asking for money might make the sound of coins clinking together.
I'm still trying to figure out how to actually roll this.
Well, the silent treatment's working for your character. I mean, you know. Obviously, you know, these kobolds are not fit creatures, and your compatriots are. So
Minus that point. God.
how
They
do
are-
you feel?
They are fucking with the forest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just saying.
No, that was one of the things. Like, this and I was like,
She looking for motivation.
Yeah. And let's not forget,
the
you
only
know,
motivation it is that they look like dragons and I want them dead. It's the only so far.
And think about it.
Taste for dragons.
If they're, well, don't forget they're feeding your friend's son to a dragon name.
And there's that.
You know, that right there might be kind of strong motivation. I mean,
Yeah, there's lots to.
thank you for pulling those out, sweetie. It's almost like you knew it was in my head.
Well, considering we went after kobolds the last time, hey, there's
Uh-huh.
kobolds.
Yeah. I'm just because usually when I play a game I'm usually like in dodgeball, I hoarded the balls and gave them to my friends. So they could throw them and I didn't have to. So that's usually who I play.
So you play the healer.
Sort of.
I will buff you, you kill things, and I get to stay over here.
Yeah, but when I'm playing these games, I tend to play like barbarians. One game it's a thief, but she likes to fight, so I'm a little out.
It's okay. You're expanding your repertoire.
Uh-huh.
So just remember that your motivations, like what drives your character. Like for me, my character is kind of lost right now and is looking kind of for a purpose.
Okay.
So right now she's just surviving and trying to go from day to day, and she's not used to the outside world. So her interactions are a little stilted unless she's in combat, because she knows combat.
Right.
Which is why she changes from like kind of a little bit reserved to more of a ha-ha in the middle of combat, because that's what she knows.
That also makes sense from what you said about her, what she looks like. She's kind of always going to be judged.
Right? She's
So-
used to being mistrusted, or, you know,
So it does make sense.
Just being a
Mine,
tiefling.
right?
yeah. So far, mine in the beginning was they fucked with the forest,
Right.
and now a friend of the son of my friends has been taken.
So you have a strong sense of right and wrong and duty to the
Sure.
forest.
You got the
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, you're inspired for the morality angle of you're protecting the woods. You're protecting the green. Super green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it didn't happen naturally.
Yeah.